scared because my kids are upstairs and I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Someone turn it off for me.
Oh, no. I'm going to jail? What am I going to jail for? What have I done?
You just admitted to fraud.
This woman is lying to the police. Just months ago, her 10-year-old son Zion died, and she threw his body in a trash can, hiding it somewhere in the house.
She told me she purchased a burning barrel from Home Depot or something like that.
The officers had no clue what they were walking into, but soon they'd be caught up in her web of twisted lies.
Do you have a son named Zion?
No, I don't.
We need to open up and talk about this.
Oh.
And I know this might be the toughest thing you've ever done, but we have to figure this out now.
I'm worried about my children.
But this was one of your children too. But who is this Zion that was interviewed by DCFS up in Chicago right in the presence of all your other children?
No.
But this was only the start of her lies. On the night of July 25, 2023, the Rock Island police got a chilling call. The voice was anonymous but desperate. A young boy was missing. The tip led officers to a suspected house of horrors at 1700 2nd Avenue in Rock Island, Illinois.
On January of 2023, the first week of January, I believe it was around the 3rd of January. It was between the 3rd or the 8th. I received a phone call from Sushi. And the phone call at first was just like a regular phone call, like how you been doing and stuff like that. And then I heard her like crying a little bit. And I asked her, I said, what's wrong? And she just stated to me that Christmas will never be the same again. She then stated to me, I said, why, what happened? And she was like hesitant to bring it out and tell me. She then told me that her son she was gone from the house, and she told me that her son had shot himself.
And who do you know her son as?
Zion.
Okay.
She stated that he shot himself. At the time, he was 9 years old. I said, what do you mean he shot himself? How did he get, I asked her several questions, like, how did he get a gun? Like, how did that happen? And she said she still had him there. She told me she purchased a burning barrel from Home Depot or something like that you burn leaves and stuff in, and she stored them in that. I'm like, what? And she said, yeah, he was stored in that in her basement. She never showed me. I never seen it. She never actually showed me exactly where it happened in the house. She just told me it happened in her room. And that's why she redid her room, and we would have conversations about her moving and stuff like that, and how she wanted to move out the house, and maybe if she can move out the house and just put it behind her and no one would never know about it. And then she said then she would just have to live with it.
Based on what the caller said, it seemed like something awful might have happened to Zion. But was it real or just another false alarm? The officers had no way of knowing. If it was true, what exactly had happened to him? Around 9 p.m., they rushed to Sushi's home, hoping to uncover the truth.
How can I help you? Hi.
Are you Miss Staples?
Yes, how can I help you?
So we got kind of a weird phone call. Do you know Latricia?
No.
No.
I don't know anybody out here.
Some lady called DCFS. And,
What?
And kind of made some claims that you had a child that accidentally shot themselves.
Absolutely not.
No, it sounds crazy to me too. That's what.
I am so sorry about this. My ex-husband, his new girlfriend, this broad is off the chain. I have went down to Rock Island and filed a police report on her.
Okay.
I have went and put a restraining order on her.
What's her name?
Her name is, this girl is never in it. She has so many different Facebook pages she stalks me from. She has made up different names, called me from different numbers. I have changed my number, tried to do everything I can.
Right.
unfortunately, I can never seem to get them served because they're always bouncing around in the Chicago area.
Oh, okay. They're not even down here.
They're not even out here. And
Okay.
it's been a constant.
Wait, have we been here before?
No, you've never come to my house for anything. I've been here for 7 years and never had a problem in Rock Island.
Yeah, I didn't know who you were.
I work at Children's Hospital. I'm a patient care tech. I'm a student at Eastern Iowa Community College.
Okay.
I have a business in Davenport. This girl has made threats towards me on Facebook, posting her gun up, saying that she's gonna come to my addy. It's just never ending.
Right. So they made some allegation that you had a son and he shot himself
Sir,
and he's in your
come on
basement.
now. You think? Look where I live.
No, I get it. Just so I can check the box off, can I look in your basement real quick and I'll get out
No,
of here?
you need a search warrant to do that. I'm sorry, I'm not about to have my rights violated because someone makes Uranus allegations like this.
I know. Like I said, it sounded crazy to me too. I'm just up here seeing if we have to investigate it. No matter how crazy it sounds.
If you want to do that, I would suggest you go through the proper protocols. I'm not about to let some crazy woman who has my husband make Uranus accusations like this and have my rights violated as a
No, I
citizen.
get it. That's what
That is not okay. I have 4 girls in here.
That's what I'm just asking. I'm not
4 children.
I'm not trying to blame anything on you. I'm not saying this is true. I was just asking. Okay.
This is nuts.
That's all it is. Okay.
I have 4 children
Her
in here.
ex-husband's new girlfriend's been causing her
And
issues. She thinks that's who it is.
ongoing. She's been harassing
number
my
provided
job, harassing my place
isn't
of
connected to
business,
anything.
harassing my children. I'm sick of it.
Okay.
I've tried to get a restraining order against her, tried to get one against him. It's never ending. I cannot have any peace where I live.
And you guys only have girls?
Yes.
Okay.
I have 4. Do you want to see them?
No. They said it was a son. I was just curious if
Sir.
that's even true.
It's not.
Okay.
It's a never ending story with these two.
I get. Like I said, I'm not trying to bother you or anything, but we get a call. No matter how crazy it sounds, we still got to come up and see if there's any truth.
And this is crazy.
It is.
This is very crazy.
Okay.
I have been living here for 6 years. My neighbors have never had a complaint. Don't you think if my neighbors would have heard something like that, they would have made a call or said something to somebody?
I would believe so, yeah.
Just think about it. It don't make no kind of sense. This girl is psycho.
Okay.
She's harassed my job.
Do you know her phone number by chance?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't know her phone number.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry to bother you. Okay. I'll add some notes just in the call that I was here and that it's a harassment thing, so we don't have to keep coming up here and.
Thank you.
All right. Sorry to bug you. Just like I said, we got to call, even if it sounds crazy. We got to come see what's going on.
Man, this lady, I don't even know what to say about her. It's never ending.
All right.
I have doorbell cams here.
I saw that.
So, I'm here. I ain't got nothing to hide.
Okay.
Sushi wouldn't let officers search the house since they didn't have a warrant. At first glance, everything seemed normal. Some officers even wondered if the call was just a false alarm, maybe from her ex-husband's girlfriend trying to cause drama. But the call was too serious to ignore. They couldn't rely on just her word. They needed real proof. Technically, they could have entered without a warrant under emergency rules since Zion might have been in danger or evidence could be destroyed. But to avoid a scene, they played it safe and got a warrant. On July 26, 2023, around 6 p.m., multiple officers came back, ready to uncover the truth.
Hello,
Yes.
Sushi? Can you come out?
What's going on?
Well, just step on out. I'll explain
Wait a
everything.
minute. My kid's in here.
Okay, I understand that, but we have a search warrant for the
We're asking you for
house.
your cooperation to be up front with us.
Okay. Hold on.
So step on out.
No, step
What
out.
part of the house do you all have a search warrant for?
The whole house.
The whole
entire
house.
So you need to step out. Step out.
Okay, I'm gonna
Well,
open
Okay.
the door.
Open the door.
We'll all walk in casually. We're not going to tear up your house or anything,
Just
so.
calm down. My
Sure.
kids are in here.
Okay.
Please.
How many?
4.
Do you know why we're here?
No, I don't. I don't know why you're here.
Okay.
And I'm really scared because my kids are upstairs and I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
Can I call my family to tell them to somebody to come
You're not under
You're not
arrest or
under
anything
arrest.
like that, okay?
Okay.
That's why I'm sitting here talking to you,
not.
okay?
Okay, I'm scared to death because I don't know what's going on.
And so the reason we're here, okay, is because we're investigating a call that we had, okay? The officers came out and talked to you last night, correct?
Yes.
Okay. We have to handle that real seriously, okay? Because the allegations are that you have a son and that he's deceased and he's here in this house. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. Do you have a son named Zion?
No, I don't.
You've never had a son named Zion.
No.
Are you claiming benefits for a kid named Zion?
No. I haven't gotten any benefits for anyone.
This was the moment officers knew Sushi was hiding something. She claimed a boy named Zion had never lived there, erasing his existence with one bold lie. But police records told a very different story.
Have you had any interactions with DCFS up in Chicago?
I did.
Okay.
False calls that were made.
Okay.
Correct.
One of the calls from 2021, DCFS came out to your residence in Chicago, and there was a Zion Staples there. Along with your 4 daughters.
But who was this Zion that was interviewed by DCFS up in Chicago, right in the presence of all your other children?
There was no one
Zion
interviewed.
Staples.
No one was interviewed. Where did you say someone named Zion Staples was interviewed?
It was.
Because the call was made about my son by his father.
Yes.
It was never
Yeah.
made about a
But they
Zion
talked.
Staples.
They
But
talked.
when they went there, there
DCFS did a
was.
report.
The only child that they spoke to, because it was regarding him, was we had kids in the neighborhood come over. Some of those kids that were implicated were not, in fact, our children. They were there.
So you're saying there was a
attending
kid in your apartment that was not your kid, named Zion.
I didn't say his name was
Staples.
Zion. No.
Then came another twist. Sushi claimed a young woman had stolen her identity and was collecting benefits using her children's names. But what she didn't realize was that her own words were tightening the noose around her.
I just recently went through a situation where a young lady stole my identity and she falsely filed my taxes and my informations and stuff like that. And I've been working with the FBI. I've been working with the IRS. There's been a lot of things popping up, and
Somewhere here, we've got to clear this up with this Zion
Yes.
Staples.
yes, and
Benefits, listen to it. Benefits being put in his name that you're receiving from.
I haven't
And
received
then,
any benefits.
and then also involved in this.
I haven't received any benefits. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, it's
Someone
under state-
has stolen my identity. I have proof of that. If you go in my phone, you'll be able to see the messages between me and the FBI agent in Milwaukee. So
But, but this is separate from that with the DCFS call.
because somebody is obviously claiming benefits and getting
No,
probably getting food
no,
stamps
So,
or
but
something.
they're
That's
getting
separate.
food stamps for your 4 daughters and Zion.
And I've been having a hard time with that because I can't get any because of that, and I've been working on it.
Okay, are we going to find anything in your house that has Zion's name on it? Birth certificate, social security card, or anything like that?
Nope.
Somewhere here we need to get to the bottom of this Zion thing.
Since Sushi denied that a child named Zion had ever lived there, but records said otherwise, officers began searching the house for any proof, documents with his name, a birth certificate, a social security card, anything. Within minutes, one officer found clear evidence that Zion had been there, making Sushi seem even more suspicious.
Birth certificate?
What is that?
Birth
For
certificate.
Zion Staples.
Zion Staples.
That's not mine.
Sushi Staples. Child. It's found in your room.
We
along
need
with
to
the Social
we
Security
need
card.
to get this
Stop
figured out. Stop this.
Lying.
It's over.
Where's that kid?
With growing suspicion that something terrible had happened to Zion, officers knew they had to find out exactly what went down. Sushi finally started talking, but she had something else in mind.
You need to come clean because we're not going anywhere. This is just, you're just going to dig yourself a bigger grave now. I asked you if there's anything with Zion's name in this house. You said no. So let's start all over, okay? Who is Zion?
Because we're starting with something that we're being told really terrible, and then we're talking about down here with maybe fraud. We don't know. But somewhere along here, we need to get the full thing here and understand what this is. So what is the part of this that this really is? Because you know what they told you last night, and that's something horrible.
That's
But then there's,
horrible.
and then we're talking about, are you getting benefits from a child that doesn't exist but have all this stuff for? We need to know the truth here. It's done, it's over. We're in the middle of this now. We have evidence to show this now.
Look, I will talk to you, but can I please just have my family come and get my kids?
You have family here?
They're 2.5 hours away, but they can come and get my kids, please. And I'll talk to you, okay? And that's my word.
Sarah.
What you need to ask yourself is, the person that made this call, hypothetically, if they knew that something supposedly happened and waited to report something like that, what would that make them? What would that make them?
A witness.
An accessory after the fact? Because what? They came to you with this allegation and decided they wanted to use it when they got upset?
We're not blaming anybody else, okay?
We need to know what happened before we start getting to that point.
Because yeah, we could work stuff out on the back end on that, but I don't know what happened.
We don't know what happened until you tell us.
She tried to throw them off by steering the conversation away from Zion, a classic move to deflect suspicion. But the officers weren't fooled. They saw right through it. Most suspects break under pressure when the evidence piles up, but Sushi kept denying everything the detective said. With no other choice, the officers turned to emotional tactics, hoping to reach whatever motherly instinct she had left, hoping it would be enough to break her and bring the truth to light.
And we need to unravel that truth of what's going on there. Because, like we said, until we can fully prove and know what's going on, we're going to search till days ends till we uncover and know where this Zion is. And you hold the key to that. And we need to get this figured out. I know you're worried about you and adverse of what comes of all, but
I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about my children.
We need to
I can fend for myself. They can't. I'm worried about them. I'm worried about my children.
But this was one of your children too. And his soul is not to rest if we don't know what, if it's just like he's erased. He needs to be set free.
There is nobody to set free like you.
You say you care about your kids, right?
I do.
Okay, well, what happened to Zion?
Speak for him. Speak for him.
He needs his closure and his rest, and we need to find him.
I needed some extra help. Okay. That was it.
What do you mean by that?
I had a person that makes documents, and it was just really hard. Like,
So is Zion a real person?
no,
Tell me about how you got these documents.
I know a person that makes the documents.
Which documents did you get?
IDs, social security cards, birth certificates, things like that. Check stubs, high school diplomas. They made it for me to have an extra dependent.
on my income taxes, but I never used it. So I gave it to somebody else to use for theirs so they can get more money.
Okay, that doesn't add up though, because the benefit's coming to you at this house.
Yeah, so that was the thing. I get the benefits and they filed the taxes.
That's the split.
That's the split.
Just as expected, Sushi started changing her story. First, she denied ever receiving financial aid under Zion's name and insisted there were no documents. Then she claimed the documents were fake and had been handed over to someone else who used them to claim benefits. Eventually, she admitted that she had received the benefits herself. As the investigation went on, she tried to spin the case into a simple fraud situation, but the officers knew this was much more than just fraud.
I can tell in your emotion that there's something more here than a fraud issue.
You've been through the system, and you're not going to be bawling and crying like that
for over some theft issue.
over a identity
That's a
theft crap.
There's something more here, and we need to get that uncovered. And that's why we're saying, if you're not going to provide it, you know, we are going to talk to the kids too. We need to know what's going on here with this.
What? What's wrong with my... Why is he yelling?
He was talking. He was trying to get somebody else.
There's something more going on here. That's why we were here. And I can tell by your emotion that it's more than a theft issue.
Knowing something darker was being hidden and getting no straight answers from Sushi, officers turned to her children. They hoped interviews through the Child Advocacy Center might reveal the truth. But Sushi refused to let them speak. Still, the officers didn't back down. They kept pushing forward.
So the kids are going to say that they've never had a brother named Zion in their life. That's been erased from their memories.
Because we're gonna look for birth certificates.
What, are they taking my kids out of here? They're taking my kids?
Hey, you told us you would talk to us.
No, I didn't tell you that.
You told us that you would tell us what was going on here.
Mommy,
What
are you okay?
No, what's going on?
She's trying to take us.
Hang on.
What?
No.
Wait. Why are you trying to take my kids out of here?
Because we're gonna talk to them.
But you can't take...
No.
Can I call my lawyer? Do not talk to them without an attorney. Do you understand me?
Don't touch him.
None of you. Do not speak without an attorney. Do you hear me? Do you understand me? Look at me. None of you are to talk to them or answer any questions without an attorney, okay? I can't call a lawyer and let them know you are here. I can't call a lawyer to come here to my house while I'm being questioned by you.
If you want an attorney right now, we can we'll just be done.
We'll be done.
All right.
But the investigation continues.
Okay.
Okay. Go and turn it off for me.
Oh, no. I'm going to jail. What am I going to jail for? What have I done?
You just admitted to fraud.
For a moment, officers started to think Zion might not even be real. They arrested Sushi based on her earlier admission of creating fake documents to get financial aid. At that point in the house search, no physical trace of Zion had been found, but they kept looking. And then came the discovery that changed everything. Officers found what appeared to be Zion's remains hidden inside a metal trash can in the corner of the garage.
Mother had hid the body. Acting on that tip, police discovered the body of 10-year-old Zion Staples concealed in a trash can in the family's garage.
The autopsy was done in Rockford, and the early results were deeply troubling. Zion's death was ruled suspicious and unnatural. The report revealed he had died 7 months earlier from 2 gunshot wounds to the head, which were later labeled as accidental. Sushi Staples was the mother of 8 children and had a long history of child abuse. Her name was already well known to the Department of Children and Family Services. It all began in 2003, when DCFS got involved after reports of abuse involving her oldest child, who was eventually taken into state custody. In 2004, her second child was also removed due to similar concerns. 17 years later, in 2021, another disturbing report surfaced, this time about Zion's older brother allegedly being confined inside the home. Both Sushi and her husband were listed as the abusers. In Zion's case, Sushi Staples was initially charged with concealment of a death, obstruction of justice, and failing to report the death of a child. She faced up to 2 years in prison, and her bond was set at $500,000.